Good afternoon, everyone. Today is a celebration, a milestone that marks 10 years of music learning and community at Groove Music School. And as I stand here, I can't help but reflect on the incredible journey that brought us here. But first, our foundation, music. What is music? A conspiracy of sounds and silence that has the ability to transport us to a different time and place, that has the power to awaken both feelings of exhilaration and desperation. A truly universal language that has for centuries complemented our way of seeing and interacting with reality. A faithful companion to humankind, it smooths our souls as we travel through life's journey. I can think of few better ways to spend my time than devote it to its understanding, practice, and appreciation. So with that foundation, how does Groove come to exist? One can say it started 10 years ago, the day you officially opened our doors, on April 1st, 2015. But the truth is that our history runs way, way longer than that. Music has been in my family for generations. My great-grandfather, Luis Esparza, a multi-instrumentalist and band leader, founded and operated the conservatory in the Mexican state of Aguascalientes in the late 1800s. One of his 10 children, my grandfather, Alfonso Esparza Oteo, of whom you can see a picture in our lobby, grew up to become a composer who's responsible for some of Mexico's most beloved songs. He founded Mexico's organization of collection and distribution of royalties for songwriters, and he was the director of the presidential orchestra during the 1920s. In 1928, as a side note, he was conducting the orchestra, performing one of his own compositions, when then President Álvaro Obregón was shot and killed. He had 9 children. One was my mother, 2 would become professional musicians, and I continue the tradition with an undergraduate degree in music, and with this. So as you can see, those never-ending scales and music exercises that you're hearing while your kids practice have been part of my genetic makeup for the last 4 generations. But despite that deep musical lineage, I didn't discover my own passion for music until I moved here to Sugar Land in 1988. It was there at Dulles High School that I met Edmund, my first friend, and Edmund had an electric guitar. And the first time I held that thing, something clicked. That was it. I had found my calling, and after finishing high school, I decided to pursue it, and with the full support of my family, off to Boston I went to join Berklee College of Music. Fast forward some 20-something years, with some pit stops in publishing and imports and exports, an MBA, and 11 years making mortgages, and we find ourselves in the mid-2010s, now with 2 kids in elementary and middle school, and of course, they're taking music lessons in what was then Dale's Guitar Shop. Dale's Guitar Shop had a bunch of guitars and 3 rooms in the back where they did lessons. And come to find out, Dale wants to retire and move to Hawaii. A light goes off in my head, a music school, my own business, bringing me close to music again, and so with the support of my incredible life partner and wife, and her incredibly successful real estate career, I took the big step of quitting my day job, buying the 95 students Dale had, taking over the lease, built a few walls, and for the second time, a new adventure would begin in the pursuit of a dream that would bring me back to music. What a great opportunity to show my own kids, by example, the value of following one's heart. And that's how Groove came to be, built on the belief that music has the power to change lives. Over the past decade, we've seen it all. Floods, a statewide freeze, economic downturns, a hurricane went right over our head, a global pandemic, and the worst president in history, both if you ask the Republicans or the Democrats. And we're being tested yet again with the relentless construction right in front of our doors. Thank you all for your patience and putting up with it. Hopefully in a few months we'll be going. And yet, through it all, Groove has not only survived, but thrived. Why? Because music is resilient. Because this community, our students, parents, teachers, and supporters, believes in the power of learning, expression, and perseverance. I could tell you tens of stories of the successes of our students, but let me focus on a couple that have really touched me. Like the one time a father came to me after his daughter had entered her class and confided that his daughter had won an award for an essay she wrote at school based on her experiences at Groove. The title of the essay was "The First Time I Succeeded." I remember another time, I had a young man in his 20s walk into Groove. I didn't recognize him at first, but upon speaking to him, I remembered him from a few years back. I just wanted to come in and say thank you, he told me. While I was in school, I had a really bad situation at home, struggled with grades, and it was just a difficult time in my life. But for the couple of years that I came for lessons, you guys were my happy place. The only thing I look forward to, so thank you. One opens a music school and never in a million years can expect that we'll touch someone's lives in so many different ways. It has been an incredibly gratifying journey. So today, we celebrate not just 10 years of Groove, but 10 years of passion, persistence, and the belief that music will always find a way. Here's to the past, the present, and the next decade of making music together. Thank you.